everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Flor and I'm a New York City based content creator, and I post new videos every single week talking about content creation, talking about planning and productivity, talking about working for yourself, talking about books, and of course talking about New York City. If you like what you're seeing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell so you can get notified of every time I upload a new video every single week. Now this video, and as the title says, is going to be a pregnancy Q&A. Maybe you know this, maybe you don't, but I uploaded a video a couple of days ago, a couple of weeks ago actually, here on YouTube and also on my Instagram account, sharing the news that my husband and I, that we're expecting a baby. So I put a question sticker on my Instagram stories asking you if you had any questions, anything you'd like for me to answer, and I have some of these questions here on my phone and I'm going to try to answer some of them. Probably going to do more than one pregnancy Q&A video because I don't want it to be really long or really annoying. So stay tuned for that. But I will try and answer at least a couple of questions now so you can get some replies to some of your most burning questions. This is going to be like a really casual video, as you can see, like sitting here chilling with the city behind me, and I'm gonna answer some of them. So let's start by this one. Says, when are you expecting the baby? So as I mentioned on my Instagram and also on my YouTube video, I think as well, I'm not sure about that, baby is coming by the end of this year, so they should be here by Christmas, let's hope so. And yeah, sometime by the end of the year. As you know, babies arrive when they want to arrive, so we do have a due date, of course, that I probably won't share because I don't want people to get anxious and make me anxious, but yeah, sometime by the end of this year. Second question that I have is how I'm feeling and how was the first trimester for me. So right now I'm in the second trimester. I'm feeling a lot better, a lot more energized, but as you may know, during the first trimester a lot of women are very nauseous, and I was one of those women. But not only that, but during those first few weeks of your pregnancy, I'm not a doctor, let's say that, but I'm trying to explain this the best that I can and the best that I know. But during the first few weeks of your pregnancy, you are building a whole organ from scratch. So you are creating the placenta, which is the organ that's going to feed your baby throughout the whole pregnancy, and you're so tired. So you're not only nauseous, like maybe you don't have any appetite, don't want to drink anything, eat anything, or anything that you eat makes you want to throw up and you're feeling like really miserable, but you're also really tired. So that was like the first few weeks, few months for me. Maybe you could tell through my social media or through my content here on YouTube, I try to be as secretive as possible. I didn't want to spoil it or share much, especially when you are still unsure about what's going to happen with your baby and everything. But yeah, the first trimester was hard. It was I wouldn't say complicated. I'm sure a lot of women have it way worse, but it was a lot, and it's a lot for a lot of women, but I survived. If you are going through the first trimester, trust me, I know how it feels. It's bad. What I would say is know that it will pass, and that at one point it will be behind you and you'll feel a lot more energized and a lot more yourself. But also know that there's medication that you can take. I knew that there was things that I could take, but at the beginning I was trying to see how it went and how it was feeling. And once I was able to get my hands on this medication, of course through my doctor, I was way better. So without a doubt, I think if I could go back, I would ask for this medication sooner rather than later. And knowing that you might feel nauseous, you might feel really bad, but there's something that you can do to prevent that. Knowing that, I think it's great information. And I think if going through a second pregnancy at one point in my life, I would for sure put me out of my misery and get the medication from the first day without a doubt. Another one of the questions that we got was whether or not we know the gender of the baby and whether or not we're going to do a gender reveal. So we already know the gender of the baby. Friends and family know that as well. It's something that we have shared with the people that we love the most if they want to know that. But I don't think we're gonna do a big gender reveal because it's not going to be a surprise for us. what we'll probably do like a small gender reveal through my Instagram account or something like that, because I've asked you guys, everyone on the other side of the screen, like, do you think it's a girl? Do you think it's a boy? Like, take your bet. And probably going to do like a big post like sharing whether it's a boy or a girl. But I don't think we're gonna do like balloons or like paint or a cake or anything like that. I feel like we are really like low-key in general. It might not seem like that because I have like somehow like a public personality or a public account, but we are very much low-key and taking this like day by day, really, really calm, not very crazy, not doing any crazy baby stuff, I think. So this is also probably going to be like that as well. Another one of the questions that I got a lot was whether or not we already have a name for the baby and whether or not we are looking into names that work well in Spanish and in English. So first things first, yes, we do have a name for the baby. We decided on the name a while back, I think. We had like a couple of like contenders and names we like and like a list and everything, and it ended up something not being on the list originally because of like reasons, but we do have a name. But answering the other question, yes, of course, my husband and I were both from Argentina, so we speak Spanish in Argentina, in case you didn't know that. And now we live here in New York and we speak English over here. I mean, not me with my husband, but people here speak English. If everything goes well, baby's going to be born here in New York as well, so baby's probably going to be speaking English and Spanish as well. So we wanted a name that would work for both languages. We wanted a name that would work great here in the US if they end up going to school here, going to university, or working here. For example, my name, which is Florencia, it's not common here in the US. You might see some Florence, but still not very common. And I'm not Florence, I'm Florencia, which is not the same. So I usually go by Flor, but it's hard to pronounce. And when I go to doctor's appointment, for example, they have a hard time with my last name and they have a hard time with the name Florencia as well. Luckily, my first name is Maria, and Maria is like pretty easy and straightforward, but we wanted something that could be pronounced in both English, in case they end up growing here and living here, and also Spanish if they end up living somewhere else, but also if they end up, well, traveling, because we're planning on going to Argentina at some point for the baby to get to know our family and friends in person. So we wanted something that could also be pronounced back there in Argentina. So yes, a name that works with both languages. And the fifth and last question that I wanted to answer today was someone that told me that they've been in a relationship for a couple years now. How do I stop being scared and decide to have a baby? So this is like not maybe that much related to myself and my pregnancy, but what I would say and what I think worked for me and for the people I know is that if you are in a relationship, like a serious relationship, and you want to have a baby or babies, I think that is something that you should discuss, that you should talk with your partner. And I would say that you should do that sooner rather than later. I'm not saying like first date, like, do you want to have babies? But if you're getting serious, if you're thinking about living together, if you're thinking about getting married or things like that, I think it's important to know where the other person stands on this and whether or not they want to have babies as well, because it's something that can break a couple, that can break a relationship, and people might be ready to start trying for babies at different stages in their lives. As you may know, women and men have like different cycles in years in which they can actually have babies. For women, it ends a lot earlier than for men. So I don't know if it's about like stop being scared and decide to have a baby, but more about if you're in a relationship, talking to the other person, talking to your partner, discussing this, see if you are on the same page and see if you both want the same things and if you both actually want to start trying for a baby. So it's getting dark outside, as you can see, but I hope you like this video. I wanted to do like a really casual Q&A. My Q&As are always like very casual, but especially this one, I wanted to share my true and honest opinions, how I felt. I think like I have a lot more to share, a lot more things that I would like to share about my pregnancy and share about what I think about people being pregnant, about the ability to choose whether or not you want to be pregnant, whether or not you want to have kids. You know, I'm very pro-choice, and I think this pregnancy made me even more pro-choice than before. Grateful to be able to be pregnant and carrying a baby, but I don't think that anyone should be forced to do this or have to carry a baby or a pregnancy if they don't want to. I have a lot more questions from all of you that you sent in, a lot more things that I want to answer and to share, and I will do that. I promise I will do more of these pregnancy Q&A videos if you like them. Let me know if you have any more questions, anything else that you'd like to know. If you send in questions through Instagram stories, know that I will get to them and I will answer them as well. That is it for today's video. If you liked it, of course, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, and I will see you on the next one. Enjoy this beautiful New York City behind me.